Okay, welcome back. So looking pretty good, 86 on the Nifty as things stand right now, and it's action in the financial space which is keeping everyone pretty interested and clued in. So let's just stick with that space. We're not talking about stocks, but a large fundraise closure for a fund. Edelweiss Alternate Asset Advisors, which is part of Edelweiss Asset Management, has basically announced the final close of its $900 million alternative investment fund, which is called ESOF 3. We have Mr. Venkat Ramaswamy, Vice Chairman of the Edelweiss Group, who's joining us to take some questions. Thanks very much, Mr. Ramaswamy. Appreciate you joining in. Prashant here. So when we say the final close of your $900 million fund, what does this mean? I mean, you basically got the last tranche and you close. I mean, the fundraise is complete in this?
Yes, Prashant, that is what it means. Basically, we have raised the capital. Now we start investing into growth-oriented corporates in India. Yes. So the fundraise is closed and all the commitments are in.
Mr. Ramaswamy, good afternoon. Well, when you talk about growth-oriented corporates, have you identified particular nature of business or sector projects that you will be funding?
I think growth-oriented corporates is probably the best way of describing the kind of companies that we are looking at investing in. This kind of capital is long-term in nature and it is patient. So our typical investments are between 3 to 5 years in tenure and have collateral behind it, and we are able to provide companies with patient capital as they go and execute their growth plans. And so typically it will not be very capital intensive businesses. Very unlikely that we will invest in out of this fund in very capital intensive businesses, but any growth sector in India is a potential investment opportunity for us.
Mr. Ramaswamy, I think last time we spoke on a similar fundraise, I asked you what is the fee that you will earn on the AUM. So since I have you back on, let me put that question to you. Yeah.
Prashant, this is these are closed-ended funds. So fees come in as we invest, and fees continue to get paid in two forms. One is a management fee which comes in yearly, and another fee is something called carry, where if we deliver a certain kind of return, the investors provide us a share of their profit. And like I said last time, typically these fees are in the range of 1 to 1.5% annually. Specifically, every investor has a different, depending on the amount of money that they are giving and things of that kind. So, but that is a fee structure. 1 to 1.5% is the management fee, and there is a carry after that.
And what is the hurdle rate to earn that carry? I mean, what is the what return?
So we have a typically in these funds, hurdle rates are in the 6 to 8% range. Prashant.
Okay, Mr. Ramaswamy, can you give us an idea as to what's happening on ground? What is the NBFC loan growth? How's the recovery, the collections, and cost of funds currently?
NBFCs. So this is an
just
alternative.
Generally. Yes. No, I agree. I'm just asking generally the demand on ground. How is it? Since you would know what's happening what's happening after the lockdown has opened up. We are heading into more unlocks, heading into the festive season. So what is your expectations in terms of growth?
So reality is our growth in investment opportunities for funds like this is immense. What has happened over the last 2 years is NBFCs as well as mutual funds which used to provide this kind of capital historically, have all had a set of challenges related to their respective ALMs. And if you look at globally, after the GFC in 2008-9, that is when globally such kind of funds took a prevalent sort of position. And these funds have no leverage, they have no ALM, and they are in a position to provide long-term capital. So we see large opportunities at this point of time. Our pipeline is meaningfully large, and I do expect the team to be investing this capital at a good pace over the next 2-3 years.
Mr. Ramaswamy, could you, if you can talk about a specific situation which looks attractive right now, that will be great. It will give us a way to think about how you will go about putting all this money to work. Can you do that?
Specific name of the company, I can't, but a specific situation, I can tell you. There is let us say there is a company which is doing well even in this environment. Let us assume it's a consumer-oriented business. And if that business is not looking at raising equity capital at this point of time, and they are looking at growing a little more and then raising equity capital, we are the right kind of provider for that business's capital needs at this point of time, because we will be able to provide capital for the next 2-3 years, or maybe even longer. And at some point of time in the next 3 to 5 years, that company will go and raise equity and replace our capital.
All right.
So, and there are many opportunities of that kind. Sorry.
No. All right. Okay, Mr. Ramaswamy, thanks a lot for joining us and giving us all those details. And of course, congratulations for this fundraise. We will look forward to speaking to you yet again. All right, with that, let's slip into a short break. But before we do that, here is something that you, our viewers, must take note of. CNBC TV 18 and National Stock Exchange have come together to promote investor awareness through a special campaign, Informed Investor, that empowers you to make the right decisions with your money. As you're aware that if we don't pay the electricity bill on time, we might face disconnection. Similarly, it is necessary for an investor to honor financial commitments on time, else it may lead to hefty penalties.